When you're teaching, you talk about soft gaze sometimes. What does that mean, and what are the benefits of that?
Soft gaze? Well, when you're, let's say you're walking, you don't want to have a hard stare because there's tension in your eyes. You want to look into the distance, and even from an awareness point of view, you can feel energy all around you without turning your head. You can sense energy because because you're not thinking. Okay, so when you're walking, you want to turn off that internal dialogue. You know, that voice that talks to you, it interferes with your development, that voice. Okay, to shut that off without resisting it, because if you fight it, it fights back. Okay, to shut that off, that internal dialogue, you can look out a window. Well, you do it when you're driving. You should be using peripheral vision, but it's not peripheral vision. But when you're walking, you can look into the distance. You cannot think and look into the distance at the same time. I can't do it because my distance is focused out there. But it's like a meditation because you need to reset your mind. So you cannot be thinking all day long. It's tiring. It wears you out, actually. It wears you out. Okay, so in soft gaze, we have these exercises, and it's amazing to see because we have the student walking, looking into the distance, and then we have other students coming up behind them and attacking them from the rear. And the person stays in a soft gaze. What happens is they know what's happening without knowing what's happening because they move out of the way. All their senses are involved without the thinking. So they get out of the way, and it's like the attackers are just getting ready to grab them, and they're already getting out of the way calmly. And we practice this and practice this. So it becomes a place that it happens unconsciously. You just revert over to that. Okay, which is what we want, is to be very, very calm all the time. And as much as we can, because it saves your energy, you can make better decisions, and it's healthy for you. You don't want to practice being stressed, which most people, they don't realize it. They get stressed so quickly, it becomes a part of their personality. And then it's hard to sometimes, because it's like a constant companion, the stress. You go there so quickly. You don't want to live like that. In Aikido, we're always practicing the calmness because we find out in calmness, there's power. And you see it when a person's calm. That is quite a discipline, to be calm under different circumstances when everybody loses it. They see the person that's calm and they wonder, what are you taking? What are you training in to keep you so calm? So there's calmness in power, and there's power in calmness. Your life will change, and you won't age like other people because when you're calm, it doesn't age you.
Everybody wants that.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody wants that, and you don't do it by surgically through having surgery. Don't do it that way. That's not the way to have it.
So the soft gaze, it keeps you from having tunnel vision, or it keeps you from just being focused on someone grabbing you. It basically just opens your mind up.
Yes, it helps your awareness. It heightens your awareness that if somebody comes fast at you, you will feel it before it happens because your vibration is on a higher frequency. And it's a good practice. So another thing is, when you were a child, you automatically had that. And what happened is, as you went to school, you lost it. It wasn't there anymore. But you have it. It's natural. It was a natural thing. You would just, you would do that. You would fall. You wouldn't hurt yourself. You would get up. There was no fear. Your body was in a state of relaxation. The mind was relaxed. So the body was relaxed. If you spend a lot of time on the computer, which a lot of people do because it's part of their work, your eyes get affected by it, by being looking at that screen. Take breaks. Look outside the window. and look into the distance. As you do this more often, it actually improves your vision. So it has a lot of good aspects to it. It keeps you calm. You know, if you're not driving, somebody else is driving too. Uh, just look out into the distance. You're going to be more relaxed, especially if you're taking a long road trip, because your eyes are going to be relaxed, and your overall body, your whole, body, everything's going to be relaxed. You're going to feel it. And we need more exercises like that, which you can do, and it doesn't cost anything. So you can use it, like I said, for work. Somebody's talking to you. You have to go someplace and use that soft gaze to help you relax before you have to do interviews. Interviews are not relaxing for a lot of people when they have to go get a job, and they don't know how to relax. So when I did some speaking, which I like to do, and I did some speaking for these women of domestic violence. I wanted to speak to them because we have so many good things in Aikido and the philosophy that I write in the books. And I had to teach them how to walk because they forgot how to walk with awareness, or just because they're not relaxed. And they walk with their head down, and their self-esteem. And so I liked talking to them because they were so open, and they liked having me talk to them because they said that when they filled out the questionnaire, she has knowledge on many areas. She can talk about many things. And so she taught us things about energy. And we didn't know about this. And the options we have in life. And I said, if somebody tells you there are no options, it's not true. You have many options that you don't even know that you can exercise. So when you make a decision, there's a power when you make a decision. But they were very impressed by that. I told them, thoughts turn into words, words turn into actions, actions turn into habits, habits become your character becomes your destiny. It all starts with a thought turns into words. And so they didn't hear about these things before, but it does. If you look at it, everything starts with a thought, and it follows down and becomes your destiny. So what you want to think about is not what you don't want, say what you want. You know how people say, I don't like this, I don't like that. No, just say what you want, not what you don't want. It's very clear. It becomes more stronger.
Keeps your focus.
Yes, very much, very much so. So say what you want. You can start doing that and say, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I hate this or that. No, say what you want. It'll take that out of the picture because it'll emphasize what you want in life. What do you want? Well, if somebody was going to ask me, what is it that you want? You're studying so much, always improving yourself, wanting to do this and expand. I want higher understanding. Because if you have higher understanding about the different natures of reality or a life, it'll expand your knowledge. It'll expand your mind. When you have understanding, if these women that were in domestic violence had more understanding, they wouldn't be in that position. They wouldn't be there because their understanding would help them that this is not a place of growth. This is not, when you have a controller and you have somebody that's submissive, it is balance. There's a balance there. If you have two controlling people, it can't be balanced. They both want to control. If you have two people that are submissive, nobody wants to take the lead. They're both submissive. Okay, it's not balanced. But if you have a controller and you have a person that's submissive, it is balanced. But it's not a relationship of what? Growth. It's not there's no development. If you're controlling, it's not a high vibration. If you're being controlled, it's not a high vibration either. It's not a position you want in life, either one of them. And life has many positions. You can choose to be on the ground level, or you can choose to be on the top floor. If you're on the ground level, you can't see very many things. You're down here. But if you're on the top floor, the expansion, you can see more. You see, you choose your position in life.
Very good.